He promised her the world. She captivated it. Dorothy Stratten, a vision of beauty and innocence, was swept off her feet by promises of grandeur and dreams of a bright future. Their love story began with a spark, ignited into a fiery passion, and ended in a blaze of tragedy. What started as a fairy tale romance soon spiraled into a nightmare, leaving behind a trail of heartbreak and sorrow. Paul Snider, a man driven by ambition, saw in Dorothy Stratten a ticket to the world he craved. His eyes were set on fame and fortune, and he believed Dorothy was his golden ticket. Dorothy, a young woman with a radiant smile and dreams of her own, found herself ensnared in his web. She was drawn to his charisma, unaware of the darkness that lurked beneath. But love, like a flickering flame, can quickly morph into a destructive inferno, fueled by obsession and despair. This is their story, a tale of love turned toxic, where passion became possession. This is a story about the dark side of ambition, the corrosive nature of jealousy, and the tragic consequences of unchecked obsession. It's a reminder of how dreams can turn into nightmares when love is tainted by control and envy. It's a tale as old as time, yet one that continues to shock and horrify. The headlines screamed of scandal and tragedy, capturing the world's attention. Paul Snider, a small-time promoter from Vancouver, saw in Dorothy a way to escape his ordinary life. He envisioned a future where her beauty and his ambition would lead them to stardom. He became her manager, her lover, and ultimately, her captor. His grip tightened as his dreams began to slip away, turning his love into a prison for Dorothy. His love, if it could be called that, was possessive, suffocating, and ultimately deadly. In the end, it was this toxic love that led to their tragic downfall, a story that serves as a cautionary tale for generations to come. Paul Snider was a man of contradictions. He was a complex individual, embodying both light and shadow in his personality. He was charming and charismatic, yet also controlling and manipulative. His charm could win people over, but his manipulative nature often left them wary. He craved wealth and recognition, but lacked the talent or work ethic to achieve it on his own. His dreams were grand, but his means to achieve them were often questionable. He saw in Dorothy a shortcut to the top, a beautiful and talented young woman who could make his dreams a reality. To him, she was more than just a partner. She was a stepping stone to the success he desperately wanted. Snider grew up on the outskirts of Vancouver, a place where dreams seemed just out of reach. The suburban life offered little excitement, fueling his desire to break free and make a name for himself. He was a good-looking boy with a quick wit and an easy smile. His appearance and charm opened doors, but his ambitions always pushed him to seek more. He had a knack for spotting an opportunity, but his ambition often outweighed his work ethic. He was always on the lookout for the next big thing, even if it meant cutting corners. He drifted from one scheme to another, always searching for the quick and easy path to success. His life was a series of plans and plots, each more ambitious than the last. When he met Dorothy, he saw in her not just a beautiful woman, but a golden ticket to the life he always craved. She represented everything he wanted, but couldn't achieve on his own, making her the perfect partner in his eyes. Dorothy Stratten's star was on the rise. She was a small-town girl living a real-life fairy tale. Her beauty, a captivating blend of innocence and sensuality, landed her on the cover of magazines, and her talent promised a bright future in Hollywood. But fame, as it often does, came with a price. And for Dorothy, that price was steep. As Dorothy's star ascended, Snider's insecurities festered. He became increasingly controlling, threatened by the attention she received from other men in Hollywood. His jealousy, a venomous serpent coiled in his heart, began to poison their relationship. He saw her success as a threat, her growing independence as a betrayal. He had plucked her from obscurity, made her a star, and he believed she owed him everything. The cracks in Snider's facade were becoming impossible to ignore. His possessiveness intensified, morphing into paranoia. He saw rivals and enemies everywhere, convinced that everyone was trying to steal Dorothy away. His dreams of sharing in her success had curdled into a desperate need to control her, to keep her all to himself. Snider's behavior became erratic, fueled by a cocktail of cocaine and jealousy. He alienated Dorothy's friends and colleagues, convinced they were a threat to his hold over her. He spiraled deeper into a delusional world of his own making, where Dorothy was his possession, not his partner. His love, twisted and toxic, had become an obsession that would ultimately consume them both. Section 5, August 14th, 1980. The day beauty met its end. The events of August 14th, 1980 played out like a scene from a nightmare. Snider, fueled by desperation and despair, lured Dorothy to their shared apartment. The details of what transpired within those walls remain shrouded in speculation, a chilling testament to the depths of human darkness. What is known is that Snider took Dorothy's life before turning the gun on himself. The vibrant young woman on the cusp of achieving her dreams was silenced forever. The man who claimed to love her, consumed by his own demons, took her with him into the abyss. Their story, once filled with so much promise, ended in a blood-soaked tragedy that shocked Hollywood and left an enduring scar on the hearts of those who knew and loved Dorothy. Action 6. The Aftermath. Shattered dreams and haunting memories. The news of Dorothy Stratten's murder sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. The world mourned the loss of a rising star, her light extinguished far too soon. Friends and colleagues struggled to comprehend the senseless tragedy, their grief tinged with anger and disbelief. Dorothy's death served as a stark reminder of the dark side of fame, the insidious nature of obsession, and the devastating consequences of domestic violence. Her story became a cautionary tale, a stark reminder that even in the glamorous world of Hollywood, darkness can lurk beneath the surface, and love can quickly turn deadly. Section 7. Hollywood's Dark Side, Fame, Obsession, and Tragedy. The tragedy of Paul Snider and Dorothy Stratten is a stark reminder that Hollywood, for all its glitz and glamour, is not immune to the darker aspects of human nature. Behind the red carpets and dazzling smiles, ambition, jealousy, and obsession can fester, sometimes with fatal consequences. Throughout history, the annals of Hollywood are littered with stories of ruined careers, broken hearts, and lives cut short. From the tragic downfall of Marilyn Monroe to the scandalous death of Natalie Wood, the pursuit of fame and fortune has often come at a steep price. The entertainment industry, by its very nature, attracts those who crave attention, validation, and power. And when those desires become twisted, the results can be devastating. Section 8. Lessons Unlearned. The Enduring Cycle of Jealousy. The story of Paul Snider and Dorothy Stratten is a tragic reminder that the cycle of jealousy and obsession can have deadly consequences. It's a tale as old as time, yet one that continues to play out in courtrooms and headlines across the globe. Despite the countless lives lost, we seem no closer to breaking free from the grip of this destructive emotion. Jealousy, at its core, stems from insecurity and fear. It's a corrosive emotion that can eat away at relationships, poisoning them from the inside out. When left unchecked, it can escalate into possessiveness, control, and violence. The tragedy of Paul and Dorothy serves as a stark reminder that we must confront our own insecurities, communicate openly, and seek help when needed. Section 9. The Echoes of Obsession. Remembering Dorothy Stratten. Years after her tragic death, Dorothy Stratten's story continues to resonate. Her life, though tragically cut short, left an indelible mark on those who knew her and even those who only knew of her. She is remembered not just as a victim, but as a vibrant young woman with a radiant smile and a promising future. Dorothy's charm and talent were evident to everyone who met her, and her potential seemed limitless. Her story serves as a reminder of the importance of recognizing the warning signs of domestic violence and the need to support those who are trapped in abusive relationships. It underscores the urgency of creating safe spaces and providing resources for those in need. Dorothy's legacy lives on through the countless lives she touched and the enduring power of her story. Her memory is a testament to the impact one person can have, even in a short span of time. Her tragic fate reminds us that even in the face of darkness, beauty and light can shine through. It is a poignant reminder that hope can emerge from the most heartbreaking circumstances. It challenges us to create a world where love is celebrated, not feared, and where dreams are nurtured, not destroyed. We must strive to build a society that values and protects the aspirations of every individual. May her memory serve as a beacon of hope and a call to action, urging us to break the cycle of violence and create a world where every life is cherished and celebrated. Let us honor Dorothy by working towards a future where such tragedies are a thing of the past.